Hello, beautiful stars out there. Earth, air, fire, and water. I hope everyone has been staying prayed up, blessed up, and doing what you do best. It is a beautiful, 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 beautiful early morning out here in Rainchild's Corners. And I just hope you all continue to do no other than what? Having and staying on those paths, no matter how hard it gets. Stay on those paths. If you get swayed off, just come back to your path. Okay. All right. And so, first of all, I want to know how you guys been doing. Yes, I hope you all been doing okay. It's been a lot of changes, you know, with this past year. You know, it went by pretty. It's going by pretty fast. And so, you know, I haven't been posting a whole lot. You know, which I just post when I think I need to post, basically, but you know, really haven't got to the space where I need to get. But actually, I guess God knows what He's doing. You know, He's pushing me to, you know, I guess start posting more because now I'm getting more free time. Okay, and I'm not even trying to fight it because usually when I get more free time, I'll fight it and just want to keep working because, you know, I can be a bit of a workaholic. But basically, you know, why work for somebody else when you can just be a workaholic for yourself? Because if I go as hard as I do for myself, that I do for jobs, you know what I'm saying, it'll probably be a whole lot better later, which, yeah, it will be, of course. I already know this because in things that I have done in the past, and when I went like full-fledged and full force with it, the reward. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and jump straight into this reading. And technically what I had started with was I had went out, you know, went on a trip and a little vacation. And so when I got to where I needed to get, you know, go to, you know, I had went a couple of places, and everywhere I went I kept seeing Rosa, you know, just Rosa everywhere. And the only name that I really know of is it might be a candy or something that I eat, you know, that I get probably from a Mexican store or something like that. And it's the name brand of a specific candy that I get. And then the other name that I know is Della Rosa. Okay, and so that's one of my friends, Christina. She had married into a family, and they are the Della Rosas. And so I just kept seeing it, you know, over and over. And then it just really got intense when I actually went somewhere else, and I ended up on Rosa Lane. And I also went to a store that was called the Rosa Mark. And trust me, I was nowhere near Mexico or Spain or anywhere like that, period. But I was talking to God, you know what I'm saying, and I was like, if this is some type of sign, and if there's something that I need to know, or if I need to get in touch with her, because I haven't seen her in a minute, you know, it's been a while. You know, we go through the little phases where, you know, throughout our life history, period, you know, we never, you know, had a, you know, major falling out, or never nothing like that. You know, we're more or less like family. And so the thing with that is, you know, like when I met her, I might have been about 11, and I spent the summer with her. And we're like, yeah, we're the same age, you know. And then, you know, like after that summer, I didn't see her anymore until I was probably like, oh my God, maybe 14, going on 15. And, you know, going towards like high school or whatever. And like the first day of school when I walked in there she was, you know what I'm saying? And then we just connected all over again. I mean, like immediately, you know, we spent that weekend together, you know, had, you know, fun and catched up with the, you know, our old times with the summer, blah, 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 this and that and the other. And then, you know, we just became tight, you know, as time progressed. And then, you know, she got married and she went to Mexico actually, and she stayed out there for a while and, you know, learned, you know, new languages and this and that and the other. And then, you know, she came back and then she became a law officer, you know, like a police officer. And then, you know, she always dealt with, you know, law. She always dealt with, yeah, law, bondsmen and stuff like that. You know, anything dealing with the law, you know, because that's what she does. And it's cool with her because she is a Libra. And I would always say she's the Libra that's in the upright. You know what I'm saying? She's not one of those, you know, those type of Libras that are just, I don't know. I've dealt with some really sour Libras in the past. And, you know, with her, I just thought it was really unique with her because, you know, she's cool as I don't know what. And, she's always been a very amazing person. You know, she doesn't, you know, get all in her feels and get to judging people. Now, it's one thing, you know, when you're doing things morally. She's very,
at least as far as I know, it's been upright, okay?
And grounded when it comes to moral status, you know, stuff like that. But she doesn't judge people for what they do. You know, like, if you was a dancer or whatever the case may be, you know, she would never judge you for that. Whatever you do, you do you. You know what I'm saying? Just don't bring the mess, you know, into her world and crash her parade. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, we lost, like, we didn't, like, lose contact, basically. You know, we will go our separate ways and do our own thing. And then, you know, for some reason, you know, when things might, you know, go left or whatever the case may be, and we need to pop up on something, you know what I'm saying, as far as coming up with some, you know, quick cash money, you know what I'm saying, but the legal way, we would always end up being in these really cool situations where we would I would probably walk into a restaurant or something, because I will do any type of side job. It don't matter, Chad. You need a dishwasher, you paying how much an hour? I would do that. You know what I'm saying? If I needed some extra cash or whatever the case may be. You know, no discrimination on jobs, Chad. You know, except for the, you know, craziness. You know, we ain't for that. But, yeah, so I like walked into this restaurant one time, and there was a man in there, and I was asking him if he needed a cook or whatever, you know, because I was looking for something part-time, you know, to make some little extra cash or whatever. And it was summertime, and he was like, as a matter of fact, yeah, I need somebody to run my whole entire bar. I was like, what? So he was like, do you know of any kind of events or anything we can have up in here, you know, to get the people coming in? Child, what did he say that for? Hold on, I'm about to pause. I'm about to show you something. Alright, so I'm about to show you this event or whatever. And this was like my first flyer that I actually paid for. And it cost me $250 to get this designed. And to have like a lot of prints of it. And actually this is just more prints that I ended up doing on my own from this little batch right here. But yeah, I think I might have got about maybe 2,000 or 3,000 copies of these or whatever the case may be. And this is called basically this is Hot Saturdays, and this was the classic entertainment place right here. And actually it was a big giant hotel, whatever was in the background, and this was one of my friend's beautiful daughters. And this is my handsome Uncle Tiana. All right. And we like put him on the flyer. You know, this place is like really ran down now. I mean, it's been through some things, but yeah. So me and her, we like collaborated, you know, because you know she knows a lot of Hispanic people. You know,
the best Western.
A lot of Hispanic people, Mexican culture, basically. And, yeah. We put this thing right here together and had this on Saturday. So we went around to all the little places, because there was like a couple of clubs or whatever that would charge them like, I think maybe $40 at the door to get in. And it wouldn't even come with no free beer or anything. It was just ridiculous. So, child, we just charged the regular $10. And then I think we had, for extra $10, you could get like two pitchers of Long Island iced tea. And, we had like the setup, I actually made the wings. Child, I ended up being in the kitchen, serving drinks and cooking all the hot wings. And then my friend Tina, she ended up, basically running the door. And I mean, it started getting so packed in there so quick. And it was a really fun night. And, everybody was happy. Everybody made some dollars, Chad. Yeah, so don't play. We can come up with it. But, it was cool because, he had, the liquor license. I mean, everything was legal there. And, we had some pretty interesting friends, like as far as people who are bouncers and stuff, which we didn't even need that because, a lot of Latino people or whatever, when they usually go out to places, I mean, it don't never, you might think it's going to be a whole bunch of fighting. Y'all know, it must be chill. I mean, it'd be cool. It'd be the best. And we'd be playing reggaeton. I think my brother, Japheth or whatever, he was there and he was, had the laptop and he was doing the reggaeton. But we had a ball. Needless to say, I was just giving you the rundown on her, but, I was speaking to God and I was like, if I need to get in touch with her, give me a sign. I don't want to see just the Rosa, you know what I'm saying? It ain't like I seen the Della Rosa, or I even seen her first name, but the first thing I saw was an 18-wheeler and it had like on the side, it had Morgan. And then when I went into that Rosa Mart, child, when I tell you, it's funny because I can't even remember if I think she loves Coca-Cola. Yes, she likes Coca-Cola. It's crazy. And there's her name, Morgan. So I'm going to have to make it my business to get in touch with her. And if there's anybody on here who knows me and knows her, get her to get at me and get in touch with me. I'll be getting in touch with her real soon. We both had, devastating losses, and, there's no words, to even discuss that, and just not going to even go there. But, so that was like one of the things that I had to, encounter. And another thing is, I'm just getting another message. Opposition. I'm feeling like somebody or something or someone somewhere, if this resonates with you, is met with some type of opposition. I don't know how all this is going to go into the story. I don't know. Okay. I was just sharing something and showing you how, God, communicates. And I was also seeing the 333s. Okay. And 111. Yes, but someone's going to be met with an opposition. Maybe some type of war, maybe someone is going through something, some type of war within themselves, being pulled in two different directions. Me personally, I was being pulled in two different directions at one point in time with different things and situations, technically I, be at war with myself. I have this picture that I made, and literally I have my clone of myself, and I have her mouth sewed up, because that side of me will, cut loose, literally, that side of me, I had to put aside and bury. Not even literally bury, because trust me, if I ever need her, she's a part of my strength. I will pull her out quick. But I had to wrestle with that, and I'm feeling like someone here is wrestling with, maybe a part of themselves, and they don't know what direction they need to be going. They don't know if they need to go and just solely just let this one particular part take over, because it's possibly a lot of things that's been going on, a war within yourself. If this resonates with you, be sure to leave me a comment below. If you've been wrestling with yourself, wrestling with the duality of yourself, because you really have to come together and balance that out. And it's hard to do. It's not easy. It's never easy to balance, I say the good with the bad, or whatever you consider that's not so good about yourself. Some things that are not so good about ourselves, sometimes we have to let them go, because sometimes they're just not good for us. But we wrestle. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, if it's not just a part of you that you're actually physically born with, what I'm saying, something that's within your soul, if it ain't like literally destroying other people's lives or destroying you, then that part of you that might be a darkness that you might see within yourself, that's probably your I would say your that is your the mechanism within yourself that protects you. That's your protector mechanism. Yeah. And that's what I have, the one that I keep put aside. Yeah. And that particular one can just go off. I mean, literally. Take out a sword and child, please. You're just over it. Then it's just like shatter the glass. You know what I'm saying? Child, please. But yeah, I'm feeling like somebody's wrestling with something that they need to not let tame them. You need to tame it. It's hard because our minds, sometimes we think that our minds is what makes us, when really our soul is the one that makes the mind. You know what I'm saying? You can control your mind. It's hard to do, and it takes time and it takes practice, but you can control your mind. And know that you're loved, and you are very much loved. You are loved and you are protected. And I'm hearing beloved. And perhaps someone looks at you as beloved. I'm feeling like someone's feeling guilty about something here. I'm not sure why, but these are messages that are just coming. You just take what applies. Don't try to make none of this fit if it don't fit. Yes, you are beloved.
Bested.
Admired. I'm hearing there's a man, a masculine that parades like a divine masculine but is not as such. So this particular person works in the dark arts. they use Bastet against females they don't like, and perhaps even their children. This person is trying to gain favor for some reason or another. But the thing is, what they fail to realize, and what they fail to realize why they keep losing and why they're never winning, is because Bastet is not in their favor when it comes to going against single females, females who
or trying to,
females who are taking care of their children, females who even take care of other people's children, females who are good people, women, children. Bastet. I'm even hearing this too at the same time. The person right now, because they have come up against some other females. Just be aware of your surroundings and men you meet that say they're divine, and they also tell you they might work in the arts, but then they're not really telling you exactly. If this mug has a statue of Bastet, just watch out for this individual, because for some reason they're trying to do something. They're trying to cloak. But what I'm hearing here is Bastet is laughing and appalled at the same time, because she is saying she is a goddess and she's not weak, and she sees everything clearly, and there is no way, even with his hidden feminine ways, he's not welcomed. I'm hearing he is not welcomed, and he needs to stop working or trying to work with her energy. This individual used to use her to protect his home, and that was all good until he figured or thought that he had some type of relationship with her, to where he get these type of women, and he thought that he was bringing this goddess through these women, but she says she don't just come through anybody. And some people she's not allowed to come through. There's a divine feminine here that is a child of the Most High, and she said she is not allowed to come through. And she wished that you would just stop what it is that you're doing, because you're wasting your time. I don't know who this message belongs to, but take what applies, leave the rest. I'm hearing there's some type of new energy that's going to be coming through. Some type of new energy. This energy here is not going to be like the past energies that you had to endure. The past energies you had to be with. The ones that basically, I'm hearing annoyed. The ones that annoyed you. The ones that did not have your best interests at heart. I'm hearing... Yes, this individual is going to be a protector. More or less like the type of protection that you need, because you are divine and you walk with the divine, and you are worthy of love, and you're worthy of protection. And I'm hearing some things do need to be ironed out. Things need to be ironed out. There's something dealing with the underworld. There is some type of judgment that's going to be coming through. I'm hearing it was two, but now it's just you. Someone is trying to save themselves. They have no loyalty at all whatsoever. They need healing. And if you don't heal, Osiris is coming through clear. I'm also hearing some people have poor judgment. Some people judge harshly. Some people can't contain what it is that they feel for a certain individual, whoever this message belongs to. I'm hearing this individual here is like somewhat like Osiris. Likes to judge a lot. Sometimes, to a fault. You must, and this is what I'm hearing, or what I just heard, you need to, if you really want to know something about someone, and this goes for anyone who's here, I mean, it's common sense. Instead of listening to what other people say, even if it comes down to a group, because we all know about these groups, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's a lot easier and a lot better if you just go to the individual and talk to them. Especially if an individual is trying to tell you something and you just turn a blind eye or a blind ear. Because sometimes what you think that you might have in front of you, or what you think that whatever it was that you were supposed to possibly gain, or whatever it was that you were supposed to learn, gain, or receive, or whatever the case may be, it'd be pretty sad and pretty pathetic when things just don't work out like that, because sometimes just because a person looks to be the part of a solid-minded, proper, upstanding, divine, walking with the Most High individual, sometimes they're not. Especially if you're not trained, in the arts. Especially if you're not familiar with the arts. Maybe you might know a little bit. This message is for someone specific. If it resonates, maybe you might know a little bit, but I'm hearing you do not know enough to know how people cloak, an energy that they don't even like.
Especially when they're always talking about someone else.
Because they're not like that.
Or if they're trying to get specific information about another person. We know that energy all too well. The gossiper.
Let me see. Let me get some more communication coming out here. Yeah, we all have to learn lessons, and we all have to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this: if a person goes against an individual who they've were tricked, you know what I'm saying, into believing that this individual was just a horrible person, I kind of feel like maybe they wanted to feel like that was true, because maybe it was something else that they were wanting to look at, you know what I'm saying, or somewhere else they wanted to be, perhaps. People do different things for different reasons, you know what I'm saying? I don't think nobody will truly, honestly know a person, no matter how long you've known them. says luck, 777. Your wishes are coming true. Wonderful things are about to happen. You might not never really know a person. Just because you might have grew up around a person doesn't mean you definitely know that person. You know, a person can tell you one particular thing, especially if you ask them a question about something. I don't think nobody will ever sit up there and just give you their all, you know what I'm saying, and tell you every single thing about them, you know, especially with reconnecting, because you can't trust everybody, you know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't a fool, you know. Sometimes you have to fill people out to see if they really are about what they say they are before you go just fully jumping in. Okay, and we have 999. It says release. It says time to start a new journey. Let go of what no longer serves you. So anything that no longer serves you, let it go. Because we have 777 here. With the 777, you need to go on ahead and release what ain't even working no more. Because we have 555, we have change. Something new and exciting is coming your way. Again, your wishes, whatever you've been wishing for, is coming true. Possibly because you have released things that don't no longer serve you, or you're about to. And there's some excitement coming your way. Are you gonna stay? No, it's not. There's my little crystal ball, 777 in it. But yeah, there's a lot of little different messages to unpack here. Nothing but the highest light, God Almighty, Archangel, Ancestors, evil, now welcome here. That's for me. Let's see, it looks like two forces are coming together. Perhaps, you know, partnership of some sort. And two people coming together to some type of union, perhaps. It could be a union as far as a job. It can be a union as far as relationship. Whatever that you see that you know that you're supposed to be coming together with, you know, something perhaps is going to be coming together. Yeah, and I'm reading these intuitively. I'm seeing some type of partnership. I'm seeing love and a partnership. This could even be possibly also a love for something that you possibly do as far as art. You know, some of you all can be a cook, you can be an artist, or some of you all are possibly going to be growing a family. And there's dose again. One second. Yeah, because I mean, again, we have it looks like yin and yang. You're yin and yang, you know what I'm saying? And I have like the Hierophant or whatever is right here, and it looks like you know, something traditional, something that's going to pertain to some type of ceremony, as far as either a wedding or something. This could also be yeah, this is some type of divine union that's coming together. I mean, it's clear as day. It's like, you know, you got the date night, whatever. And then you see, you know, perhaps, you know, the two of you all just coming together, you know what I'm saying? Coming together with resources together. Making those plans. And then, you know, locking it down together. And then I have another one. And then we have reincarnation here. No. My bad. Regeneration. Actually, no, basically you're going to be doing a lot of hard work. It's going to be a lot of hard work. Okay? Nothing's never easy, no matter what it is. You know what I'm saying? What's on the bottom of the deck here? We have indecisions. Right now, from what I'm understanding, there might be there's probably so many decisions you don't even know which way to go or which way to do it. Maybe perhaps you've been dating, you know, different people. You've possibly been making plans with, you know, and you possibly see a possibility, you know what I'm saying, with an individual. And you know, regardless of whatever it is that you choose, you know it's going to be hard work, because nothing's never easy. And right now you're in decision. You like don't know which way to look. You got two hands coming at you, so you know you have options. But the thing is, what are you going to choose? I'm seeing, you know, someone here is possibly, you know, in this, you know, this hangman energy here. So possibly you've been making plans, and now you're in this hangman energy. For some reason, something happened. But you have a lot of passion for someone. We just don't know who yet. Okay. Get some on the other deck. Yeah, so there's a lot of passion here. I'm probably gonna look. Let me see. That's what I'm gonna do right quick. We'll just knock it all out the park right now. All right, show me who is this person here with all these. Who's the person here that has all these options? It's an Aquarius here that has a lot of options. There's an Aquarius that has a lot of options. Okay, can you show me their options? Show me the Aquarius's options. That's one. Get one more, please. Got a few. That's just a wheel. And I have one that fell. Okay, this Aquarius has a Pisces. That's an option. Yep. Libra. We have the Aquarius has a Pisces, a Libra, and a Virgo. That's an option. And I got one right here that's in the floor. Hold on. And a Taurus. Alright, so we have an Aquarius here that has options with Pisces, Libra, Virgo, or Taurus, or vice versa. However you want to mix this up. It could be a Libra who has options with Aquarius, Pisces, Virgo,
Mr. Aquarius, you obviously have a lot of options, and you have with these signs that are pulling on your
Aquarius,
energy.
Pisces, Taurus, or Taurus has all these options, but the one that I did ask for and I got first was this Aquarius. So we'll just go based on the Aquarius. This could be something that don't have to necessarily be your full chart. I mean, your sign, but it could be something that's in your sign. You know what I'm saying? Or be in your chart, my bad. You could have Aquarius in your chart, and you could be dealing with Pisces, Libra, Virgo, Taurus. Okay. So those are the signs that this person is possibly looking at. And maybe this might be from what I was saying earlier, you know, as far as being pulled in two different directions. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily knowing which way to go, because maybe you possibly know that this person has all these options. You know what I'm saying? Or possibly you know you have all these options and you just don't know which way to go. But you have to make a choice. I mean, some people be wanting to have it all, yeah. Just like, yeah, because look. You got this mug right here. Mr. Aquarius. And he has the Libra, you know what I'm saying? Let me see. What was it? The Libra. The Pisces. Libra, the Pisces. And the Virgo right here. And then we also had Taurus too, but you know Taurus ain't right here. Or this could be the Taurus up here, however. But you just see this mug being pulled in different directions. This mug up here, about to shoot this one. About to shoot this one right in the head. Like, child, you're going to have to go and get on out the way. And then this one he looking over there, looking at this one. And then this one reaching like, baby, come over here. You see what I'm saying? Child, got so many different options. So what else? I don't know about this. Okay. Yeah, and it's causing some type of resentment, and that's probably that pull. But you really need to have perseverance here. Yeah, there's some type of resentment when it's coming to this. And you see Seth, you know what I'm saying? He's literally just pulling, trying to pull him back, and he's trying to, like throw, pick. But then again, he's having resentment about something. Perseverance. You possibly need to be in this perseverance type of mode. I'm going to look this card up. Let me see what else. Yeah, and you have everything you need. You already have everything you need. Whoever you are, you already have everything you need, regardless if you're a male or female, regardless of what side of the fence you're on. If you're the one that's trying to get this individual, or if you're the one who's, being pulled at in different directions, which that's what I'm gathering. Someone here is being pulled at different directions. You're very resourceful, and you have everything you already need. You don't need anything from anybody. You just possibly want. Love. That's what I'm hearing. Love. You want love, but you want the right one. And I'm hearing you only want one. I'm hearing right now you just having a little bit of fun. Just be careful out here in these streets. Let's see. And use faith with wisdom. We have Isis here. She is saying use faith with wisdom. And you shouldn't have any problem picking the right one that you're passionate about. I'm hearing you already know who you're passionate about. But why are you afraid? I'm thinking there's some type of wedding that was supposed to happen and somebody stopped it. Somebody got cold feet. We have thought here. The brow that is thought. Wholeness. Whoever you are and whoever this message resonates with, you already feel whole within yourself. And you've been doing a lot of thinking. You already have peace within. But you need to use faith with wisdom in order to be able to make the decision that you need to make. Maybe you have two beautiful or three beautiful, or everybody's just so beautiful and it's just so good to you that you want to Neferton. You want to feel this completeness. If you already know you're whole, your resourcefulness, but yet resistant. And you know you're complete, but at the same time you still want to feel more complete. Show me, show me what is going to make this individual happy? Because we're going around in circles here. What is going to make this individual happy? What is going to make this individual happy? Show me. Nothing but dies like that, Almighty Archangels, Ancestors. Evil is never welcome here. What is going to make this individual happy? What is going to stop all this pull, resistance, and everything? Oh. Okay. I guess this gonna answer the question. What's going to bring everything into balance and bring everything to where it needs to be is Sekhmet and Shu. Order and peace. This person needs order and peace and justice. Order and peace and justice. Got the stars above his head. Order, peace, and justice. What is that? Order and peace and justice against what? Against what? Let me get another set of cards. It's getting a little late here. Okay, I'm going to use the kit brush to see what it is. What are we getting? What do we need order and peace and justice for? Order and peace. That's going to bring everything into balance, bring happiness. What is order and peace? What is order, peace, and justice? Nothing but the highest light, God Almighty, Archangels, Ancestors. Evil is never welcome here. What is order, peace, and justice? What is going to get everything in order? What is... What is going to bring order and peace and justice to this individual? Some type of gift. Maybe someone wants to gift someone something. Maybe they feel like they need to gift someone something. What kind of gift? Why or whose gift? Order, peace, and justice. Oh, they hit the flow, Jeff. Okay. Order, peace, and justice. Something about a gift. Maybe someone got angry or whatever. Something dealing with a conflict. Someone's pissed off about something. This one fell on the floor. Yeah. That one. This one fell on the floor. Okay. So we're going to have order, peace, and justice. The only way things is going to be made right, possibly about a person with a gift or something dealing with a gift, because someone here had conflict and they were jealous and envious. So what does this all have to do with this reading here? forward. Something dealing with, yeah, this is what popped out. Something dealing with a single, sexy, and successful female. And something dealing with a love offer. Maybe that's the actual gift. And then we have actual money. So someone's pissed off and having conflict about someone who has money. Someone's jealous about the situation. Maybe that's the pull. And then for it, someone, okay, this is what I'm gathering here. Someone had a gift here. Because I said, if a person was being pulled in all different, kind of directions and had some type of resentment, what I'm seeing here is someone had some type of resentment. And then at the same time, they were also, where is it at? Yeah. Resentment and resistance. Had some type of resentment towards someone here. And I'm thinking, okay, that's past tense. This person was being pulled in all different type of directions. I'm hearing it was possibly done on purpose. I'm even hearing, for some of you all, there was some type of wedding that was supposed to happen and it never did because it was called off. There was a person here that had a gift. And someone was in conflict over it, especially with the resentment card here. And someone was jealous over the gift. Possibly maybe because this person could make it rain on their own, do for themselves. This person possibly had, a love offer. And this person could have been single, sexy, and successful at the same time, too, with the gift. And there was somebody that was jealous here. And maybe perhaps the reason, where, what was going to make it right as far as justice and order, peace, and justice, for that to have came out, that means, there was some type of illusions or something that was played or put into play. Just a lot of mess that was put into play to stop a person from doing something that they wish they had done, possibly. When it came to this situation, whether if they had just went on through with a wedding, if a wedding was stopped, or if, or perhaps, take what applies, I don't know your life, but it could have possibly been some type of job too. You know what I'm saying? This person could have been just a gifted individual. There was people that was in conflict because they were gifted and they were single and they were sexy and they were very successful. People was envious, and this person could actually make money. And then at the same time, this person perhaps even got a love offer, or was trying to give this individual love, or give you love, or whoever. Someone was trying to give someone a love offer, and then someone was being resentful and just being pulled in so many different directions that they couldn't even see which way to go. And I'm hearing maybe it was just all just to stop, a thing, because someone, let me see, we have abandonment here. Yeah, someone was abandoned here, or felt abandoned. And someone, what I'm hearing is someone was expecting some unexpected money, but instead they ended up getting abandoned. Someone walked away from someone and they possibly promised something, you know, and that was probably one of the ways of just basically trying to manipulate things. Alright, so now, yeah, look, because it caused so much confusion. It caused a lot of confusion and illusions. Someone was here to cause confusion and illusions. Had someone thinking they was going to get some unexpected money, but y'all, that ain't what happened. And so what is it that's going to bring in this luck, this release, and this change? And what is going to bring in this justice, this peace, and order? What is going to bring in the order? Okay, I got some cards to flip over. Okay. What's going to bring in this order? Okay. Someone needs to get grounded and someone needs to get protected. Okay. And then we have the rich girl here. Wow, this rich girl is gonna, if this is what's gonna bring in this luck, reflection, and change, how is this rich girl going to bring in these things? Perhaps there's going to be, okay, so here we go. All right, so it's going to be something dealing with a courthouse. It could be some type of case or something that's possibly going on, or been going on, or that's going to be going on. And this is going to bring in some type of order. And then we have the commitment card here. And we also have intuitive care. So this is going to be some type of thing that's going to have you to be able to think intuitively. You're going to have to think with your third eye and look at things for what they are. Because in order for you to be able to have what it is that you want to have, getting this order and being able to let me see, child, I got so many freaking cards out here. Look at this. Yeah, and able to be able to get what it is that you want to get, as far as, you know, the relationship that you actually want, because possibly you've been slighted. You know what I'm saying? Because you was expecting to get something. I'm thinking possibly you invested in something. Someone invested in something here and they did not get what it was that they were supposed to get. So technically you're going to have to be taking somebody to the courthouse. I'm thinking you're taking this rich girl to the courthouse, because possibly maybe she's a scammer. Maybe she goes around, this is what she does. Go around scamming people, getting people to invest into her endeavors when she knows good and darn well she's not going to be doing this type of work. This is just all a facade, because they walked away without even giving you your unexpected money that you were supposed to get, because possibly you thought this was a rich girl and really was not. Rich girl or rich male, okay? This person didn't do nothing but cause you a whole lot of confusion. This person was envious and in some type of conflict over a love offer that possibly did not even have anything to do with them. This could have been just some type of get back or whatever, but what's going to end up happening once you be
actually, they ran away, child. They ran away because they knew that they did not have that coin. Not like that. The way some of these people get their money, you will be in complete
protect yourself.
shock.
First and foremost.
And you will be looking crazy.
And then you're going to be able to take this person to court. Get out of this confusion energy. And then you'll be able to have what it is that you really want. Besides, all these people pulling you this way and that way and the other. Because I'm believing that's in the past.
You will get your justice, though.
You're going to be able to get to this commitment here. Because now I think you're actually looking with your third eye. You're listening to yourself, protecting yourself, and being intuitive. Because I don't think this rich person is a rich person. I think they're rich, or as far as scamming. Yeah. And possibly for some of you all, you just want this loving family. You don't want all these things that are pulling you in these different directions. You just want to settle down and have the loving family that you want. Yes. And this is what you have been manifesting. You have been manifesting what this really is that you really want now. And yeah, because the veil now has been lifted. Now you can see, because you're using your real eyes, regardless if you're a man or a woman. Yeah. And you decided to block anything negative that was trying to come up against you. You blocked it, keeping it out of your way. Yeah. Yeah, because I'm hearing you went through a transition. This don't necessarily mean death, but you went through a transition. You're growing. You technically, what I'm seeing from this, you got rid of the old you, and you put that one to rest, because now you're not being naive anymore. Some of you you're actually using divination, coming into yourself. Some of you all don't even need divination. You're just using faith with God Almighty. And so how's all this going to turn out? If it's all said and done. Okay, we have, you're going to become a high honored man or woman. And you're going to continue to ascend. You're going to continue ascending. Getting to your higher self. Because you're the star seed. See what else? And you're the divine masculine. Look. And you're the divine feminine. Okay? And together, you guys are going to be blissful. It's going to be exactly what you wanted. And that is your message. Alright? And this was a long message, and it has a lot of turns and twists and everything, and this and that and the other chair. But we started out in Egypt, and then we landed back in Ohio. Or wherever you may be in America. But we started out in Egypt, y'all. Remember that. I'm hearing segment again. Yeah, justice. You're gonna get your justice, and you're gonna get your order and peace. And I love each and every one of you guys. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And leave your girl a comment. Love y'all. Deuces.